Hello, this is the Mechanical Engineering Group for Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day, and today we will be working on rubber band propelled cars. And so my name is Macy.
I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Stella.
I'm Caitlin.
Yep, so this is what we will be working on. This is modified a little bit, but basically what we will be doing is making this rubber band propelled car. So when we turn the rubber band, when we wind the rubber bands back, as you can see here, make sure that these rubber bands don't slip. As you turn them back, you'll be storing potential energy, and as you are releasing, that will give it the strength to, that will give it kinetic energy for it to move.
Your cardboard should be around the same width as your straw, so that way the axles can stick out. It shouldn't be too short. So I'm putting mine really close to the edge. On Macy's model is further in, and then you just have to cut a deeper groove. So whichever you think is best is fine. Part of this project is making modifications as you see fit. Yeah, so I decided to add more tape so that way my axle wouldn't be moving around.
It's all right.
I'm like basically making a perfect square over here.
Don't make it too short because you don't want your wheels to be running into each other.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I didn't even think about that. That is a very good
That
point.
is a very good point. I'm going to have to adjust my cutting then.
It's me. Good point, Stella.
Okay. So I have my axles in my straws now. So next thing is to put little squares of sponges on the end of your skewers.
Yep.
We'll see how this goes. I don't know exactly the size of squares they intend, but I'm guessing just needs to be enough to fill up the center of the CD.
Yep.
So like that. One wheel on.
Where exactly did you guys cut your notch?
I cut it like this.
Oh.
So you need to make sure you cut the straw as well, because this is just the skewer. Also, my wheel's not on perfectly.
Okay. And we're doing it just on the one end? Or both ends?
Yep. Because the other end of the rubber band will be around a paper clip in the front of your car.
Okay. Ruler. Okay.
The wheels take a little longer to attach than I thought. Right now, one of the challenging things is getting the sponge wedged in the CD without the sponge just shooting off the end of my skewer. There we go. That one.
I literally like pushed it all the way out and then pulled it back in with a paper clip, like a sewing needle almost.
Oh, nice. That's fine. just skipping the hot glue because this tape is working better. I'm just putting like a piece of tape on both sides of the skewer that touches the stick, the sponge, and the disc. Sorry, the light's kind of making it hard to see right now. But yeah, that seems to be working better. I just put that on the inside and the outside of the wheel, and it's holding it really straight. So just gonna keep going with that since it's working. One wheel to go. Looking nice, Caitlin.
Thank you.
These skewers are so thick. They're like dowel rods. I'm sitting here trying to like gnaw through them with my scissors, and it is not working out too well.
Yeah, at first I was like, I'm gonna cut this and make a smaller car. And then I realized that if I cut it, it would be like a really tiny car and the wheels would be way too big for that.
Yeah.
So I decided to leave it as is.
That's what I did originally. Like my cardboard was so small.
So you guys put tape around the center of both sides of where it's on the sponge and the dowel?
Yeah, that's what I did.
It seems to be working. Might be a little overkill, but
And I did it in like a little
Yeah.
Oh.
crisscross pattern on both ends.
I'm just gonna do about 2 pieces per side and see where that gets me. Keep it secure.
okay, I have all 4 wheels on.
You are moving.
Honestly, the side I put hot glue on is failing me a little bit. The hot glue's sticking.
I never trust hot glue.
It is always the way to
I
go.
love hot glue. How many rubber bands do you guys think would be best? Just try one or multiple?
I'm probably gonna do one, but it's gonna be a thicker one. That way it can hold more energy.
I mean, the rubber bands are going to be pretty easy to take off and put on if you want to try different ones. So I'm just going to put one end of the rubber band around my dowel rod and then loop it around. Not tying a knot, but just sticking one end through. So I'm just going to try using this one thick one, and I may add another little one later after I try it out and see if it works. So then I need to figure out where to put my paper clip. I'm going to put it about a third of the way away from the front, probably right here. Just going to use the one end to poke through.
Never use too much Scotch tape.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see this well on my camera or not, but I just have the one side, just the one thing poking through, and I bent my paper clip so the other side is on top like that. I'm going to try just putting my rubber band through there. Ooh, this is a stiff rubber band. This should hopefully work well. It worked, so that's good. So I have it right there. I just attach the rubber band to my paper clip. Mine's really stiff though. Maybe a not quite as stiff one would work, but just turn in the skewer and then there we go. I could turn it a few more times though, so it actually goes further than that.
That's the end of that roll.
How's yours coming along, Macy?
Going good. I think I put the wheels on, so now I'm going to try the rubber band. So let's
So actually what I did was after I tied my rubber band on, I already poked my hole, and so if you just put the rubber band through there, it's easier to get your paper clip in and out. And then you just put it through and bend it on the other side, and then you can change out your rubber bands frequently and pick which one you like the best. This one turns easier. So we're gonna see if this allows me to turn my wheels more and get more rotations in the rubber band. Don't know if you can see it spin, but I think it's spinning pretty good over here. So when you, this one, since it's looser, the rubber band, you kind of have to hold it when you start turning it. But turning it will store potential energy in here. And then when you let go, that turns into kinetic energy, which is in the motion. I think my car is basically done then. My wheels can be a tiny bit more straight. Let me see if I can make any modifications to this.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Forget. You want to have a lot of friction, so don't forget to put rubber bands on your wheels as well. So like putting some rubber bands on like that.
I forgot that too. A little more challenging to get this around here.
Oh yeah, that I'm
You
kind
might
of.
need the second person for this part.
I am proud of how
Yeah, this
straight
will.
wheels are standing up.
Nice.
You got a solid structure over here.
I'm gonna tape my rubber band onto one side of my wheels. That way I can use both hands on this.
Wheel is trying to cause some issues.
How are you getting rubber bands to stay on the outside of your wheels, Stella? Because I am struggling.
So on one side, I tape over the dowel rod.
Oh, you put rubber bands like that. That makes more sense. I was trying to like put it around the whole thing, and I'm
Oh,
like, how
yeah.
is this supposed to?
And then on this side, it'll actually help it stay stable.
Another excellent modification for like the friction on the wheels is to use deflated balloons and cut the edges of the balloons off, the ends of the balloons off, and you can wrap it around the actual edge of the disc.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yeah, so it kind of has the same function as the rubber bands, but a little bit easier to put on. For those of you at home who may have some leftover balloons.
For some reason, I decided to put these in a really like weird pattern around here. Like they're like twisted around here. You can't really tell because of the light.
Looks great.
Thank you.
All right. I think the wheels might be done. I'm moving like molasses over here.
Hey, your car's probably gonna go the furthest away. Doesn't matter how quick you are if your car doesn't move.
I'm just really trying to make sure these wheels stay on and are stable.
Yeah, this one is giving me a lot of problems. It's making me very worried.
Yeah, I'm like cutting little notches into my tape to like take part of the part of the stick and part of the disc at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's making me most worried, oh my goodness, my wheel just fell off. I keep bumping them. Is that my car keeps moving like on
Oh,
the
yeah.
axle, and it keeps like bumping stuff off.
Yeah, it's sliding. But it's like there isn't
Yeah.
really a way to keep that slide from happening without stopping the free movement of the stick within the straw.
Yeah.
Slightly frustrating, but still workable.
Okay. I added a little glue to that wheel, so let's see how that goes. I think what helped was taping the sponge to the CD and then gluing the tape to the stick.
Oh wow, I didn't even think to do that.
That's
Oh.
Going step by
help it a
step.
little more.
Yeah, I just kind of stuffed it so it's like right in the middle.
Yeah, I stuffed it like that at first, and then I was kind of struggling with the glue wasn't keeping it in, so I put tape on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found there was too much glue like on the inside and the outside. So I tried it a different way, and it appears to be working.
I have so many extra rubber bands.
I'm like putting so many rubber bands on my wheels, I don't know if I'll have any extra.
I'm gonna run out of tape.
That's what happened to me.
Putting a very large amount of tape on this. Most of its weight is gonna be in tape. Okay.
It'll be interesting seeing like a side-by-side picture of all four of these and see how different they are, since we all have such different go-tos for attaching.
Yeah.
Through itself.
Man, electrical tape has never failed me before.
That's good. Okay, so it says loop a rubber band through itself. What color rubber band did you guys use? Like what thickness?
I used
one of the thinner ones.
3 of the blue thin ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, the blue ones.
Okay, yeah, because I figured the brown is a little bit too strong. A little bit too much tension there, and the yellow doesn't have as much as. You did thin, or did you do like the medium blues?
Whatever's more stretchy, I think.
Okay, let me see.
I did one of the medium ones because I could stretch it further. So I figured the further I could stretch it, the more times it could wrap around the axle, and so it'd propel it further.
Yeah, also this super thin blue one seems a little bit too Then it's making me nervous. Like it was.
I know this one, I feel like it's on a snapping point, or like this one
Yeah.
is a little thicker and like it still has give at the furthest point.
So you looped 3 at a time onto the straw, or did you do 1 at a time?
I did 3 at a time.
I only have 1 total.
Oh. Well, I guess we're all making little modifications. I'll split you guys in 2. I'll do 2.
Okay, at the end, we're gonna have to video each of the cars going and see how many rubber bands work the best.
Trying to remember.
I like my front axle better.
Trying to remember how
The wheels are straighter.
loop rubber bands loop themselves. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but we shall see.
I'm losing track of how many rubber bands I have on each wheel.
I know, I just counted and I have messed up that.
I think I'm gonna just do 1. I don't know. I feel like 2 is like, yeah. Let's see. This red one stretches pretty far. Because I have a little, I want to be able to, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna use this one.
Yeah, I end up using the red ones too.
I'm excited to see how far.
I used 2 red. Dang it.
Well, let's see. I'm trying. Let's see if it works.
Isn't like that's a lot to be pulling back. That's how I'm like
I'm getting nervous because I think my axle.
Yeah, I first did it with one of the thick.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do 1.
I first did it with one of the thick ones. It was impossible to pull back.
Let's see these. Okay, so now I have to put the rubber bands on the wheels. I'm guessing everybody did brown. First.
I did brown
Yeah,
in the
that's
front
what I
and
did.
blue in the back.
Oh, a little bit of fanciness.
Ooh, Stella's getting fancy.
Whoa.
Stella's getting fancy, but she also just broke her whole car.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness, that's so sad. What happened over there?
I just ripped the front axle off.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
that's so
How did
sad.
that even
It's a sad day for this poor little car.
Yeah, your car's struggling just a little bit, but it's gonna be beautiful in the end, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I added a
Trying
couple
really
rubber
hard not to-
bands.
You added another rubber band?
Yeah. See, the problem is the more rubber bands you put on there, the more friction it has at the end. So your car is just going to come to a dead stop when it runs out of rubber bands. When I had one rubber
Oh, yeah,
band
so
on there, it was looser and it kind of let go at the end. So it didn't stop all the momentum.
I think the real innovative thing that we're overlooking is putting rubber bands on the axle to keep it on. I think that's something that deserves more attention.
Oh, maybe like tying it like around the, yeah, kind of
Yeah,
like how the
that's
tape is functioning. You just take one of the thin ones and then tie it around the rod in front of it, like a stopper.
Yeah, I just had to do that.
Oh, that
Great
was really
idea.
nice.
That way there's more friction at the axle.
I'm going to add that to the front of my car.
I'm helping out the competition. I need all the leg ups I can get, man.
Oh, I feel like this wheel is about to go.
I'm just
No, it's still
holding
hanging
my
on.
breath as I'm placing these rubber bands on these wheels.
Oh, I'm so
Yes.
excited to let this go. My dogs are gonna hate this.
Weird reason to be excited.
Literally.
Oh.
Okay, don't pop off. Stay there. Okay, so far so good. I'm doing like 5 rubber bands per wheel. So it's kind of like a pizza, like I'm cutting up a pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good. I have 3 rubber bands per wheel. But I'm
like
finding more rubber bands in my stack that I might add more.
Yeah, I want to make sure there's like friction evenly throughout the wheel as much as possible.
I think I have 8
Holy!
Around each wheel?
on my front wheels. And I have 4 blue ones, like for the pullback thing.
You doubled up though, didn't you? Like you doubled up when you went around like one time
Yes.
each for the Because basically like you're almost trying to cover as much as of the wheels area as you can.
Mm-hmm. So like,
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
they look crazy.
It looks
Nice.
good.
They look sturdy.
I think it would matter.
It is
I think it would matter more on the one that you pull back, because that one's providing the power. Oh.
Okay. So did you guys add tape to your rubber band after you looped it?
No,
No, you just.
I didn't. I just left it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now you can like add different rubber bands and try different thicknesses if you want.
Oh yeah.
Because I just poked my paper clip through. And so whenever I want, I can just take off my rubber band and then put a different one on.
I think I have to tape my straw down a little bit more because it just tried to jump out on me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine has a lot of tape on the
I
back.
need a lot. I put 2 strips. Yeah, I definitely didn't think of everything.
This one wheel is just a little bit crooked.
Oh, same here. Maybe 2 of them. Oh.
Like they're all really sturdy, but this one just
Mine are all crooked and none of them are sturdy. And sometimes it's about the journey.
You're being presented with problems so that you can find a solution.
And in this case, the solution always seems to be more rubber bands.
Yes.
More
Absolutely.
tape and rubber bands.
More rubber bands and more Scotch tape.
I guess I'm gonna have to deal with
Maybe
3
use
rubber bands instead of 4.
Add rubber band.
Because I'm taping these axles down like nobody's business now after that one little slip. We're gonna flip you over.
I added a second rubber band for clip, and I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Even if it doesn't work, I feel like it looks way cuter with 2 different colors.
Yes,
Ketchup
the
and
aesthetic.
mustard.
I think it looks great. Your car's definitely camera ready. We're getting there. I'm nervous. I don't want to like totally just stab it and the entire thing just falls apart.
You don't have to be
so
like-
sad.
You don't have to.
Literally, I'm just like, oh, perfect. Just everything just fly off. Everything just
man.
flies off. I'm like, darn it.
I think 3 rubber bands is still too much for this sad piece of cardboard.
You have 3 on there still.
I thought if I put straws on it, you know what? It might. And now that one won't come off. So now we're just gonna cut it off.
Your cardboard does not know how to follow instructions.
It happens to the best of us. Yep, she's not coming off. Okay. I understand.
Meanwhile, I'm still trying to poke a hole. Maximum sharpness.
Why don't you just use a paper clip?
Got it.
That's what I use. Yay!
Okay, well,
Such an
My
accomplishment.
hole in the middle is a little wide.
I've now broken 4 rubber bands in the span of 15 seconds.
Oh gosh. You know what? I think I would just use a paper clip because I think the other hole's a little bit too wide. And
Spend 15 minutes working on a hole. Decides to ditch
literally,
that
I
hole.
don't want to compromise the design, you know?
Hey Stella, have you thought of just removing that one straw and moving it?
Which straw?
So you know how your has big crease this direction? The one in the groove, if you take it off and move it a little closer. Or reinforce it by adding taping another piece of cardboard on it.
I had not, but now I have.
I think my paper clip might be stronger than me. Now it's like ripping through my cardboard. No! Lay down.
What I found was the best way to attach the rubber band was to attach it to the skewer and then put the paper clip on, and then you can put the paper clip through the hole. And it's easier than trying to fumble with a tight rubber band to get it hooked around the paper clip.
Yeah. I forgot what I was doing there for a second.
All right.
Trying to remember currently what I'm trying to do. Let's just throw this in there. Come on. You know you want to go in there. Be difficult.
Maybe that's your problem, Stella. You aren't talking to your car enough.
All right. All
Our
right.
cars need moral support.
But with a rubber band car,
Everyone needs moral support from time to time.
it's like talking to a plant, you know? People talk to plants. That's a thing,
Mhm.
you know?
Give
Yeah,
them a little bit of
definitely.
emotional support to keep growing.
Oh, please, sweet cardboard rubber band car. Please work for me. You're making my life so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Did you guys tape the bottom of your paper clip? Like that
Yeah.
went through the hole?
I did.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We need some heavy duty tape on this paper clip so it doesn't try to rip through the cardboard.
I'm gonna add a piece of tape because I feel like my hole is slowly growing a little bit, and I don't want to.
Oh yeah, mine is definitely like every time I wind it back, it's getting a little bit bigger.
Oh, the hole with the paper clip?
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm trying so hard to do something to keep it from like ripping through. I'm like nervous to hook the thing on there because my cardboard's getting
And I've done mine a lot, and it seems to work.
my cardboard's getting kind of indie.
But moral of the story: maybe double up your cardboard before you make the car.
Maybe I can add another piece of cardboard underneath it.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the last time I did something like this, I did have to do that. And I said, don't forget this. And I was like, wait a second. I'm a senior in high school. I'm never going to have to do one of these ever again. And then here I am.
I have the perfect length rectangle to put just on top of that that paper
Hey.
clip hole at the bottom.
Ooh, nice.
That is
So we're gonna-
perfect.
Add it right in between these rods. This is when we need electric tape. Need Gorilla Glue.
I'm gonna try to add some cardboard to mine as well. Now's probably too late to say this, but I realized that if you put your tape too tight on your straw, it kind of crimps it against the skewer, and it'll create a little more drag.
Oh gosh.
So maybe
Oh,
don't
no.
put your tape too tight on your straw,
Do I
so that way your wheels can spin a little easier.
I just looked at the entire roll of tape I put on one of these straws.
Well, you just pinch the rubber band against the axle and turn it,
Okay.
and then after it starts going, you can probably grab the end of your skewer and
I
just
don't-
turn it, and then you tighten it as much as you can. and then you let
I don't
go.
know if I'm pinching it correctly, but we're gonna.
You have to make sure that the rubber band doesn't slip.
Yeah, I'm definitely going in the wrong direction of tightening. Oh my god.
Your car just goes
Hey,
backwards.
what's
That's
going on
okay.
here? Nothing's tightening. Okay. So I'm just like basically just like trying to wrap as much as the rubber band I can around it.
Yeah. Just not without, you know,
I
breaking
think
it.
I don't know if I'm building up some tension.
Whoa.
That's
And
good.
that's how
Good
you
job.
do it, folks. It was nice and smooth.
Like I said, yours is gonna be the best.
Wow.
Yours went really well.
Yeah,
We
yours
did
look-
great, guys.
Yay.
Show off our finished products. We're doing great.
Yep.
This is impressive.
So I hope everyone enjoyed it. It's been fun trying to put this together. So we'll show you shortly how they work actually moving. So
Yes.
I hope you all have a great day.
See you guys.
Bye.
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 Yeah.